I'm curious, first of all, previous declarations of this kind have fallen apart. So how likely do you think this one is to hold?
The short answer is I don't expect major developments out of this declaration. And I think it will not produce real unity or reconciliation because the disagreements between Fatah and Hamas especially are structural and are not related to light issues. And these issues are related to inclusion of Hamas and Fatah into the PLO organization, elections, and deep changes in ideological doctrines that govern both Fatah and Hamas, and also the belief in the peaceful negotiations with Israel to reach peace under the umbrella of the Oslo Accord. So these issues were not discussed, and I don't think they will go away anytime soon.
So as far as we know, none of these fundamental structural issues were addressed in the deal. Were there any areas where you saw breakthroughs that you would say are notable?
Some of them were encouraging. The elections, for example, it was on the declaration. Also, the formation of a unity government, which is a Hamas demand for so long, and Fatah didn't want this to happen. It is included in the declaration, but the problem is the declaration is predicated on a decision by President Mahmoud Abbas, who opposes all this. Secondly, it doesn't include any concrete time frame or implementation mechanism for these fruitful outcomes to become reality. So just like other declarations and agreements in Cairo, Sana'a, Mecca, Algiers, and Doha, and even in Moscow in February, I don't think they will lead to any concrete developments on the ground.
It is interesting, though, the devil, of course, in the detail. But how likely would you say it is that at some point in the future we do see what they've basically agreed to, which is the formation of a unity government for the administration of post-war Gaza?
The two sides came very close to agreeing to the formation of a unity government in February. But in March, the President Mahmoud Abbas ignored that, and he formed the Prime Minister's Mohammed Mustafa's government, which is in place now. We will have to wait and see if a declaration comes from the presidency saying we have to dissolve this government for the sake of the new proposed unity government. This will be a major change. Secondly, I think the main objective of Fatah is or consists of three elements. The first is it wants to increase its popularity in the street and within factions within Fatah who don't follow Mahmoud Abbas, who are angry with the language coming from the presidency towards Hamas. Second, it wants to block Hamas inclusion into the PLO. And third, and most importantly, I think, it has to deal or prepare with for the uncertainty coming from the United States. Now that President Biden decided to pull out of the elections, I think Mahmoud Abbas is predicting uncertainty if Trump becomes president. And we saw this behavior from Mahmoud Abbas in 2020 after President Trump proposed the deal of the century negotiations between the Palestinians and Israelis before.